Hey, please subscribe. Thank you.
Shout out to the Recording Academy. So basically, in short, the Recording Academy of Arts and Sciences chooses a Grammy voting board, and it's typically about, I think, like 18,000 members. And those people are a lot of my peers, really. They just artists, producers, songwriters, people that you know and love. Like, a lot of people actually don't even know that they are Grammy voting members. So I actually found out recently that, for the 18,000 people, like I said, that are voters, there's only 40% of people actually vote. And so basically what they do is every year, music from a certain period of time to a certain period of time is eligible. And then all the people that are, like I said, the artists, your favorite artist is a voter, some of your favorite producers are voters. They may or may not know, but they got a window of time between the end of submissions and a little bit after the end of submissions and October 15th, which is actually Wednesday, to put in their votes. And they can go online and do it, or they can mail it in. But basically, like, you get an opportunity to fill out a ballot, and then eventually at a certain date it closes. And typically you want to, get your music in front of the voters and hope for a vote. But at this point, especially in this climate of music, there's so many people that are not gonna vote. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a tedious task. But I think this is like one of the most important ones, just because where we are in the world right now. Music is like one of the last places where, like, we're gonna have free speech to be journalists and document what's going on. And so if you didn't know, I put up a few joints in the submissions, and they all got accepted. I put up Starline for Album of the Year. Somebody asked, do people vote for themselves? Yes, that's a great question. I would love to answer any questions that y'all got about the Grammys. So the question is, do people vote for themselves? Absolutely. If they remember to. Because some people, like I said, don't even remember to fill out their ballots. It's something that you got to do on your own. It's kind of a long login, thing that you got to do. But yes, anybody that's really on it, you have the opportunity to vote for yourself. Anybody that's included in a project that's an eligible Grammy voting member is able to vote for the project that they're included in, or vote against themselves. I don't know why anybody would do that, but yes, you are free to vote for yourself. So I will be voting for Starline for Album of the Year, and for No More Old Men for Song of the Year, and Starline for Hip Hop Album of the Year, and a bunch of other stuff. Somebody said, did you submit Ride? Yes, the answer is yes. I submitted Ride, and it got accepted. My submission got accepted. I submitted Ride for Best Melodic Performance. And shout out to Do or Die. Shout out to Twista on the remix. That's like, I think that's probably, to me, one of like my favorite like melodic raps that I made on some like just like where it goes and stuff. So I'm really happy for that submission. What I'm really trying to get, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, is I'm trying to get an Album of the Year nomination, because that's just like, that would mean a lot for hip hop. That would mean a lot for, the specific space in hip hop that I operate in, if that makes sense to you. But I guess basically, like, what I think is so important is that, like, people understand. Sometimes I think people think the Grammys is like all these old, out of touch people that are just like making decisions. But in reality, it's my peers. It's like the people that I fuck with that make music, and people that, I never met that make music, but people that are in the same, art form as me, deciding whether or not they're going to pick up their ballots or log into the Grammys website and vote. So there's a whole campaign process around it. And there are people that are like non-artists that's out of touch and, you know, whatever, that have a ballot. But like, for the most part, the people that should be voting are the people that like put pen to paper and make music and stuff like that. And we back. Shout out to Lil Prince Reese. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So what I think is so important also is that, like, you know, there's 3 days left in Grammys voting, and what I was hearing since I've been like, I just been researching it more and more. It's like most of the ballots go in these last 3 days. Like I said, you know, like less than 40% of the people that are eligible to vote actually do vote. And I was just looking up like the actual like mission behind it. So it's like, this is ran by an organization. I should pause. Okay. This is ran or organized by an organization called the Recording Academy of Arts and Sciences. And when you like really delve into like what their whole goal is, which is, I think they said it's meriting or awarding excellence in music. It like makes it way rawer. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it way cooler because it's not about who sold the most records or who was the most popular or who people been talking about all year. It's about like, what do you as a musician or a writer or whatever, what do you think exemplifies excellence in music? And so that's really why I feel like we got a chance. Is because like, you know, I'm hoping that some of the folks that get their ballot, that take it seriously, like that they get an opportunity to see, you know, see the album on that list of possible votes in these last couple of days and delve into the album. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, sometimes I think also in rap, we be fighting over this rap album category or, you know, specific rap spaces because we don't even expect to get nominated in the album of the year. But if you think about it, hip hop in 2025, like this has been the best year for hip hop. And like, I think if anybody should take home something like album of the year, it would be in this space because we've been the ones, you know, no shame to any other or no shade to any other genres, but like we've been putting the work in. But I'm really excited about No More Old Men. That's the record I put up for Song of the Year. That was like the two monster ones also, just so you know, like going into Grammy season, like Song of the Year, Album of the Year, those are the two, you know, highest categories. And then there's, you know, other stuff too. But I'm really trying to get this record, No More Old Men, which is a collaboration between me and Jamila Woods, who y'all probably familiar with. I worked with her on Sunday Candy. I worked with her on Blessings One. And if you really, really pay attention to me, you've heard she was one of my mentors in an after school program called Wordplay, where we would go and like write and do writing exercises. She's one of the greatest writers I ever, you know, have had the honor of meeting and working with. Just an amazing vocalist and leader and just person. And everybody loves, like if you're from Chicago, everybody loves Jamila. Like she's the truth, you feel me? And the fact that we got to work together on this song was already like, it made me feel like the song was going to be complete. That's what I'm always trying to do. I'm trying to complete songs. And so I had the two verses, you know, the production is by Darkchild, one of the greatest producers of all time. But I had this beat, I had these, you know, these verses, but I was trying to figure out a hook for so long. And Jamila was the one that came and completed the song. And so, you know, I'm just, you know, I feel like she's another person that like makes me feel like we could get a nomination off of this. Cause it's like her hook is so ill. Like if you ever get a chance, I know people have been saying that my bars are ill and my bars are like the project, the writing is so good. But like read what Jamila says on that hook. Like it's really a blessed, you know, thing that she did. I want to see if there's anybody that could hop in the live to talk Grammys with me.